Hello, welcome back to a C# guide. In this episode, I'm going to be covering the value type tuples. I'm specifying that it's the value type tuples and not the reference type tuples. They're completely separate. So yeah, let's talk about value type tuples. So a tuple, I'm going to show you, allows you to store a list of different variables. So for example, I'm going to put parentheses here. I'm going to go back to when we did a selection statement. I talked about a specific example when we tried to enter a venue where we needed a ticket and we needed money. So I'm going to put in these values. So let's put in bool for our ticket, and we're going to put in int for our money. And we can leave it as this, and we can call it whatever we want. We're just going to call this, I don't know, person's pocket or person pocket. Let's change that to persons because I'm probably going to say it like that. And this is now our variable. So we're not actually assigning it, so we can't really do anything with it. But how we would assign it is, just the usual equals, and then we just put in parentheses the values that we want. So this called true and 1, we have the ticket, and we have 1 money. So now, how do we call these? I'm just going to show you how we would call them. Oh, there we go. What we do is I put in person's pocket, I put a dot, and you can see we can call item 1 or item 2. We can also call toString to, mash them together if you wanted as a string. I've not covered strings yet, but we'll cover that. But yeah, you can see it'll return both within the parentheses, or we could just return the specific item. Let's call item 1. Oh, let's end these parentheses properly. And that will give us the value in the first. Don't think that a tuple is limited to only 2 variables. We can have a tuple be as many as we want. So we could put I'm just going to call var t for this one. This is just another way of making them. And I'm just going to make this, and I'm just going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is now a tuple. So now we can, bring in here, and we can get whichever item we want again. So you can see we have item 1, 2, 3, 4 for this. It's pretty much just the same, except, it just has more variables. The reason we sometimes use var is so we can have our tuple equals as many as we want. These are for specific data types you may need, where you're just trying to store quick values. But if you're trying to use it for a specific reason, like this person's pocket, I would suggest writing it like this. Now, I'm going to tell you something else, actually, another positive about writing it like this, like a person's pocket, is that we can actually give it field names. So we can call this bool, and we're going to call this b if has, I've done that wrong, if has ticket. And then we're going to call int money. So now we can actually, instead of writing it like this, or writing the t value, we're going to come back to the person's pocket, and you can see we no longer have item 1. We can't call item 1 if we want. There we go. Call item 1 if we want. I'm trying to get that off the screen. We could do that if we want, but we can actually just call the name of the variable now. And this is another positive of writing it like this, is that we can actually just write the variables that we would want. Just going to show you, actually, I've realised I didn't show you that you could use more values within this way of writing a tuple. Just going to show you can do that. We're just going to make another int, and I'm going to call this number of guests, and I've pressed page down, my bad. Let's go here, and I'm just going to say this is going to be 2 people. So yeah, now this still works, and we can actually just type in number of guests again, or we could type in item 3, and it would still return the number of guests. One more thing we can actually do with tuples is we can't really do many operators to it, but we can do an equality operator. So let's change this to be a double equals to make an equality operator, and we're just going to check if it's true 1 and 2. Oh, that's 3. That made it 2. And now we can run this, and you can see now it will just return false because I have put 2 and 2, not 1 and 2. But yeah, that makes it false. So you may think, where do we use tuples? We tend to use tuples within methods as return types or parameters within a method. I'm just going to show you this now. So we're just going to make a static void down here, and we're just going to... Oh, let's not make this void. Sorry, that defeats the entire point. Let's make this a tuple, so let's make this the same as this one up here. Let's just not include the number of guests because that doesn't matter to us right now. I'm just going to close this off, and we're going to call this generate new person, and I'm just going to give it empty parameters, and then we'll set it off. The reason it's erroring out right now is because we're not actually returning anything. But what we want it to return is false and 0. That's all we want it to do. So now, I'm not going to change the person's pocket. Actually, I'm probably just going to remove that. And we'll change the name of this one to person's pocket. Oh, there we are. And we don't need all these variables now. I'm just going to change this to be a toString. And we're going to change now what we assigned our variable to be the function. So we're going to call it generate new person. So now it'll just make a generic new person, and this will return false and 0. So now when we have our new person, we can actually change the values specifically ourselves. This is an odd example of where we tend to use tuples, but we tend to use them as return values, or sometimes we use them as parameters. So we just pass in multiple values and it's easier to access them on the other side. So that's everything to do with tuples. They're very simple, they're very nice, they're very easy to use. And I like to see interesting cases where people can use them actually. Because I'm going to admit I don't tend to use them a lot. But they are very interesting to be able to use, to know about. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave a like on the video, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.